All right, Chargers fans, here's the deal. In this video, we got two things. We got one of your rookies, and it's not one of the obvious ones, that is already being compared to a phenomenal player. All right, a very good player. Maybe not phenomenal, but phenomenal specifically at one thing, and then overall just a very good player. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk uniforms. We got a teaser coming with a uniform thing coming. So that's my question to all of you off the bat. Which uniforms, which iteration of uniform is your favorite as a Chargers fan? Because one thing that I know is that the Chargers have had, many iterations of uniforms through the years, going from the 60s into the 70s. And then when I started watching the Chargers more that late, 90s and even into the early 2000s, and here's what I know. They didn't miss. They haven't messed up a uniform combo yet, so what do you like? What did you like? Do you like the powder blues? Do you like the dark blues? Do you like the dark blue helmet? Do you like the white helmet? What is your favorite combination? And what are you hoping to see that they bring back? All right. If you're new to this channel, my name's Craig. Me and my buddy Chris started this, following this man, Jim Harbaugh, to the West Coast. We love Michigan football, and we love the Detroit Lions, but it's fun. We kind of understand. We think our franchises have had a lot of good history, or similar history, I guess is the way I should say it. And one of those things we're similar in history on is our uniforms. All right, so because they both are sweet. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but before, I just want to get you really excited about something. That's basically my job right now, is to just get you really, really pumped up for one thing. And it is good news. All right, you have a player. All right, it is a tight end that I have talked about many times, and it's Oronde Gadsden. I have talked about him two or three times, once or twice already on this channel. And his tight end coach for the Chargers, Andy Bischoff, has come out and said some high praise. Here it is. He said, I know it's huge forecast, but I was fortunate to coach Darren Waller. All right, pause. Darren Waller. There's history there, right? You've gone against Darren Waller as Chargers fans, and you have seen firsthand the kind of just problems that a tight end that is a twitchy athlete, receiver, vertical threat can absolutely create. It is someone who is too big for a corner, too fast for a linebacker, and too big / fast for a safety to cover. And it just creates problems. He went on to say, Darren Waller was a receiver in college. We turned him into a tight end. He's, meaning Oronde Gadsden, got some of those traits. It's way early, but he's twitchy. He separates. He does some really good things in the pass game. I think as he's become more comfortable in our system in the last 4 or 5 days, I think people are beginning to see that. Minicamp, OTAs. This team doesn't report for another month to training camp. So you've got a tight end coach coming out here so confident in the game that's being played by, a 5th round pick? I don't remember exactly. That he's comparing him to Darren Waller? So the question is Oronde Gadsden actually that good? Or is this tight end coach out of his mind? And when watching film of Gadsden in college, when looking at his RAS, I fell in love right away as well. And I haven't had the ability to be, obviously, with him watching the practices or anything like that. All I get to see is tape from an earlier level. And I'm telling you, the dude's good. So let's talk excited about this. Every once in a while, there's a later round pick that for some reason you just feel shockingly comfortable or excited about when the team is there. All right? When you just feel all right, he's going to do well. I just know he is. Some of those late round picks that I've had those feelings on, even with the Lions are guys, like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Malcolm Rodriguez, and like all of a sudden, they're just going to be productive players or outshine when they were drafted. I really do believe Rondé Gatson is going to be one of those players. All right. Now, alternate uniforms. Here's what you need to know. All right. They are not changing their primary uniforms. They are adding to their current uniform set. All right. All right. Chargers president of business operations came out with this quote. We've always considered ourselves to be leaders in the uniform space. We take pride in the fact that the Chargers are widely considered to have the best uniforms in the NFL. Some even argue in all of sports. One of the main reasons for that is our continued push to evolve authentically with every opportunity. That's what this is about. So the last modification was 5 years ago in 2020 when they implemented their current look. Again, not a miss. But here's what I want to do with all of you. I want to go through what the uniforms have been. And I'm going to tell you my probably unpopular favorite. But at the end, doesn't matter. I mean, I'm a Lions fan, right? So when they came into the league, they're already fire, right? Like this is phenomenal. In 1960, they're already fire. You move into 61, very similar, very limited changes. Same with 64, right? You're just very, very little things are going, but hey, it's there. Then you get the bolt off the pants, and you switch to a blue. What do you like? Like that'd be a good homage to throw back to that helmet in 66. That'd be kind of cool. All right, 67, 68. Like now all of a sudden, boom, we got the powders. All right, we got the powders. That's the first time we see a true powder. And 72. Same thing, 73. There was a lot of little tweaking. Then they go back to a little bit darker color. They get the blue helmet in there for the first time in 74. They continue with that in 79. Now they're not making as many changes. All right, in 85, they match that jersey to the helmet perfectly. They get that darker look. All right, in 86, they're there again. And then they get into what I grew up watching as I like the Chargers as a second team. All right. 88, 90. Yeah. 55. You know who it is. All right. Like that's what we're talking about. This is my favorite iteration of the Chargers uniform. I know it sounds crazy, but it was the late 80s into the 90s, that dark blue. I understand the love for the powder blues, so in 2000, I thought they nailed it when they could go either way with it. The only thing that I didn't love was I thought that the helmet needed a little bit of tweaking in 2000, and they did it in 2007. All right, now you got LT. You know he's looking good. All right, he's looking good in that jersey. 2009, even better. You got Phillip Rivers there. It's the 50-year anniversary jersey, all that good stuff. And then you get into the 2012. The teens were okay. They were okay. All right. But the team nailed it even more in 2019, 2020. The only thing that I would like to see them bring back is the dark helmet. I would love to see just a throwback to the 90s. The Detroit Lions did this recently, but it wasn't an alternate jersey. They brought back their color scheme, the true Honolulu blue, right, with the helmet, the blue face mask, and all this kind of stuff back from the late 80s, early 90s. The nostalgia is real, people, and that stuff is back. I would love to see an alternate uniform look something like that. Let me know what you'd like, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.